Hello, this is Yogesh 7000, and I'm back again with a very interesting and important topic. And like I have mentioned in my on my video on my videos earlier, and also through my website and other communication, that my channel is not just about Vedic astrology. It's about Eastern spiritualism in general, and especially for the benefit of the Western viewers who may find it a little more interesting to know a little more about Eastern spiritualism. So, today we will be talking about the goddess, understanding what the goddess is. Goddess, as it's called in Sanskrit, Devi or Shakti, where we understand that she is a powerhouse of energy, both spiritual energy and also on a materialistic plane. And India has been a country which has kind of tried to understand the goddess a lot better than other parts of the world. And there are places of goddess worship, but still, the newer generation would be very interested to know a little more about what the goddess concept is, where it is coming from, what is the significance of the goddess energy, and how it plays a real important role in our lives. So, in this little small series I'm beginning from today, we will be starting with mythological stories. And I don't call it a myth because these are real stories from the Puranas and from the other ancient scriptures. And today's story goes about a particular demon and how he's connected to the Devi or the goddess. And we'll be talking about that. And there was this demon named Durgam Asur. So you can spell it as Durgam Asur. Asur in Sanskrit means a demon. So his name was Durga M Asur. So M is in between. So it's not just Durga Asur. He's Durgam Asur, and he was a very cruel demon. And he meditated upon Lord Brahma, and he meditated for about 1,000 years because he wanted to gain power from Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma, as you know, for people from the West, he's a part of the Trinity, which is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. That is the powerful Trinity which Hindus worship to, which they consider, at least on this earthly plane, the ultimate powers, the three major powers: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, or Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And Brahma being one of the gods who created, he's a creator. Vishnu, sustainer, and Shiva is considered to be the destroyer, but we'll get into that in some other video. So this demon, Durgam Asur, meditated upon Lord Brahma for about 1,000 years because he wanted to attain power through knowledge. And as we know that Brahma is representative of the Vedas, and there are 4 Vedas for people who are not aware. The Vedas are the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sama Veda, and the Atharva Veda. These are the major 4 books or sources of information for the Hindus, which were given to the Hindus by the gods themselves, or rather by Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma is considered to be the Lord who holds this knowledge of the Vedas through his 4 heads. Lord Brahma is considered to have 4 heads. So this demon, Durgamasur, meditated on Lord Brahma and about 1,000 years. And you'll ask me, well, 1,000 years, a man, how can? Well, those were the ancient ages, so we're not going to question into that, how he could live for 1,000 years. And Lord Brahma appeared in front of Durgamsur and asked him for a boon. What do you want? And demon said that, please give me the 4 books of Vedas which you hold, which is the ultimate source of knowledge, the four Vedas. And Brahma said, okay, I'm pleased with you. Here you are. You can have the Vedas. So what happened was, this demon wanted to attain power through knowledge, because knowledge, as we know, is power. And as soon as he got a hold of the 4 Vedas, or the ultimate 4 knowledge, or 4 sources of knowledge, the other sages forgot all about the Vedas because they were following the Vedas. So spiritually, they forgot about the Vedas, and all the rituals which were explained in the Vedas, the sacrifices, the bathing, the rites, everything they forgot completely, because the demon had a hold of the Vedas, which was the source of all the knowledge. And then, if once they forgot about the rituals and the daily rituals and the sacrifices and the rites and the bathings and everything kind of became unbalanced, because once you don't follow the Vedas, as per Hindu belief, everything goes out of balance. The rituals are not performed. There is no rain unless the rituals are performed. The rain is given to us by the gods, as per Hindu belief, is because of the rituals which are performed or offered in different ways. One of the ways is offerings to the fire. So when the homas and the rituals disappeared, there was scarcity of rain, and there was complete chaos on the earth. And there was drought conditions all over. People started to die of hunger and thirst. And then the gods started praying to the goddess Parvati. And as we know, that goddess Parvati is the consort of Lord Shiva. And they started performing prayers to goddess Parvati. And goddess Parvati appeared, and when she saw the condition of the humans and all living beings rather on the earth, she started to begin to shed tears from her eyes, and for 9 nights continuously heavy rains poured down out of the tears of her eyes. Symbolically, it's said that it's tears of the eyes, but she showered her blessings so that rain started pouring and people got water. And all of a sudden, there were greenery on earth, and the rains, since the rains came, there were food grains and people were happy. And then goddess Parvati, who's the ultimate goddess, and this is what I'm trying to get at through this video and also through my subsequent videos, that she performed a form of a new goddess known as Shakambari. So this is how it's spelled: Shakambhari. And Shakambari is a goddess of vegetation. Shaka means vegetables in Sanskrit. And she had 8 hands, and her 8 hands held all kinds of food grains, cereals, vegetables, greens, herbs. So she started to distribute. Of course, she gave rain first as Parvati, and this new form appeared from goddess Parvati as goddess Shakambari, in whose 8 hands, she had 8 hands as goddess Shakambari. She held grains and cereals and vegetables and greens and herbs and all kinds of vegetables and vegetable food grains. And she became famous by the name of Shakambari. So here is the source. The source is, again, goddess Parvati, and she became famous by the name of Shakambari. And now there are temples of Shakambari, goddess Shakambari, who's actually nothing else but the source is Parvati. There is one major temple in Rajasthan, and there are several other temples in Bangalore and other parts of India. So Rajasthan is a part of India for people from the West, and there are a few places in other parts of India. Like one is in Bangalore. Um, there's another temple of Goddess Shakambhari in Karnataka, which is also where Bangalore is. Bangalore is the capital of Karnataka in India, and also there's a place in UP in India where there's a temple of Goddess Shakambhari, and people come and pray to her as Goddess Shakambhari, who is a provider of vegetables and food grains and everything vegetarian which people can consume. So hopefully this video did talk about, one aspect of Devi, and the Devi energy is of course coming from Goddess Parvati, who is the consort of Lord Shiva. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. In the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel, check out my website, and try to enjoy Eastern spiritualism. And I will see you with an interesting topic, and hopefully I will continue with this series very often along with my other videos on Vedic astrology pretty soon. Goodbye.